Hi everyone, and welcome back to TheCooknShare. Halloween is coming up, and today in this episode we're making up some spooky Halloween cupcakes. I hope you enjoyed that part. These cupcakes are really easy to make. The only tricky part is decorating. But I know you're really artistic and creative, so let's get started. I'm going to start by making the chocolate batter. So what we're going to do is sift the flour into a mixing bowl, followed by the cocoa. I'm also going to add the baking powder, the salt, and sift them together. If you have any lumps here, we'll just use the back of the spoon and press down on them. Then I'll give it a whisk until everything is nicely combined. Next, I'm going to add the butter to a separate bowl, and just make sure the butter is at room temperature so it's easy to work with. Then the brown sugar. Then using an electric mixer, we're just going to beat this until it's creamy. Next, I'm going to add in 1 egg, and beat it until it's well incorporated. Then the other egg, the vanilla extract, and beat it once more until everything is well combined. Okay, what we'll do now is add in the buttermilk, and if you don't have buttermilk on hand, we have a homemade version of it. I'll put a link below. And we'll just beat this one more time. Now what you need to do is add in the cocoa mixture, and of course beat it one more time, but just beat it to the point where it's nicely combined. You don't want to overmix this. Just so the batter reaches a texture just about like this, and then we'll stop. Next, what we're going to do is line the muffin tray with some muffin cups. If you really want to be adventurous, you can get some spooky muffin cups. I know there are a lot of cool designs out there. You be the boss of your cupcakes. So what we're going to do is fill our cups, I'd say about 3/4 of the way full. You don't want to fill them all the way, otherwise you're going to end up with some big muffins. I'm using an ice cream scooper here, but you can use a spoon or whatever you have on hand. Next, I'm going to slip these into a 350-degree preheated oven for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, our cupcakes are nicely baked, and we're going to remove them from the oven. And to test them to make sure they are done, I'm just going to insert a toothpick, and if it comes out clean, which it did, they're done. Now I'm going to set the cupcakes aside on a wire rack and allow them to cool completely. Okay, let's make the buttercream frosting. So we're going to sift the confectioner sugar into a mixing bowl, followed by the butter, which of course is at room temperature, the milk, a little bit of vanilla extract, and we'll just mix this for a couple of minutes until it's smooth and creamy. If you don't like buttercream frosting, we also have a recipe for cream cheese frosting, which of course I'll put a link to. If you want to search for that, head on over to cookandshare.com, which of course you'll find all of the ingredients and measurements for this recipe. Okay, now our buttercream frosting is just the perfect consistency for piping. And if you want it runnier, you can simply add a little bit more milk and give it a quick mix. So here's what you need to do to make the frosting different colors. What I'm going to do is just take a portion of this and add it to a piping bag. I'm just going to add in a few drops of orange food coloring and give it a mix. And what I found is it just wasn't quite orange enough, so I added in a drop or two of red, and that just made a nice orange color, but you can experiment with colors. So what I have here are some things for decorating, some chocolate chips, sprinkles, and these neat multicolored tubes that I found in the baking section of my local department store, but you can be creative and add your own special touch. Okay, now the fun begins. The first style we're going to show you is a ghost cupcake, and to do this we're going to pipe some of the buttercream frosting on in a circular upward motion. And I'm going to take the chocolate chips and place them into the frosting so they resemble eyes. Isn't this guy cute? The second style is the spider web, and we're going to begin by piping some more frosting in a circular motion. Then I'm going to take my pen and create 3 circles. And if you don't have a pen, you can use a piping bag with a small tip. Just about like that. And what we're going to do now is take a toothpick and draw it from the center towards the edge. And we'll just keep rotating the cupcake and do this probably, I'd say 5 or 6 times. And that's the spider web. This is one of my favorites. The third style is the mummy. So we're going to do this by piping some frosting just onto the outer edges, and we're going to leave the center bare because a mummy needs a face. And we're just going to add a couple of drops for the eyes and some chocolate drops for the pupils. And this is our creepy mummy. Next up is style number 3, which is the jack-o'-lantern. And to do this, we're going to use a basket weave tip, and we're going to pipe some of the orange frosting on until the cupcake is completely covered. Now I'm going to take my pen and begin making the eyes and the face. Now you can also use chocolate chips or even chocolate frosting for this. And of course, no jack-o'-lantern is complete without the scary mouth and jagged teeth. And that's the jack-o'-lantern. The last style is one of my all-time favorites, the eyeball. To do this, we're going to pipe a large portion of frosting onto the cupcake, similar to making a hill on the top. Then we're going to use some brown frosting for the center of the eye. Then we're going to use some red gel just to make the eye scary and bloodshot. And of course, you can use your creativity to make it as scary as possible. And that's style number 4, the eyeball. And there you have it. Our Addams family is complete. Our spooky and scary Halloween cupcakes. As you can see, we've added a couple more styles, but you can decorate according to your creativity. The most important part is have fun and enjoy. So those were our Halloween cupcakes. I hope you learned a few tricks about decorating. If you get a chance, head on over to our website at cookandshare.com and share a few shots of your Halloween cupcakes with us. We'd love to feature them and have a look at them. Don't forget to click to subscribe and like our videos. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.